If you are an iPhone user, the best and cheapest app to use to track your child's online presence and safety is very likely in Apple's own ecosystem, Apple Screen Time. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to manage that system because it can be kind of complicated and how to get the most out of it. I'm Sherry, your telecom expert with Whistle Out. Let's go. The automatic pros to Apple's Screen Time is that it's already built into every single Apple device, which is nice. You don't have to worry about downloading anything. It's free and it gives you a really comprehensive list of things to manage if that's what you prefer for your child's phone and online presence. However, it can be kind of complicated to manage and work through. So today I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to better use this tool as your kids get ready to go back to school. First things first, what we're going to do is go into settings and search for screen time. That's the quickest way to find this and open it. From there, we're going to set everything up. Follow along. To find this app, you're just going to want to search screen time in settings, and it is right here. We're going to tap into that. If your screen time hasn't been set up already, then this is the blank canvas to start from. If it already has been set up, you can turn it on and off again, and this is where you will start again. So I'll give you time to do that. If you want, you can just pause and we'll go from here. So what we're going to do is going to be turn on screen time. And here is a bunch of different options. It tells you about screen time. We're just going to turn it right on. And here's the part that is really important. It's deciding whether this is my iPhone or this is my child's iPhone. If you're watching this, it's definitely going to be your child's iPhone. So we're going to tap that. If you want to rely on Apple to set these settings for safety for your child's phone, you can set an age range, 5 and under, 8, 9, 10, all the way up to 18. Apple will automatically censor content by their own terms if you do this. If you would prefer to not do that, you can do it app by app, step by step, which is what I'm going to talk to you about right now. So quickly, let's go through the first 4 options. For apps, you can set what age they need to be to download them. So if your child is 12 or older, you can decide, okay, I want them to be able to download apps that are for 12 and up. You can set what books they can download to clean or explicit. You can do the same thing for the rating of TV shows if you think TV PG is okay, and you can do the same thing for movies. Let's knock that up to PG-13. Moving on to the next section for music, you can set the settings here for clean or explicit. You can do music videos or not, and music profiles or not. And then you can go to websites and you can set unrestricted. You can limit adult websites or you can set allowed websites. Let's just say limit adult websites for this. You can also decide whether or not they are allowed to do Siri web search. Let's say allow, and you can choose whether or not they see explicit language. Let's say don't allow. And then if you have other apps installed on your child's phone that you don't want them deleting, say other apps to manage their online presence, then you can make sure that they are not allowed to delete any apps. At this point, all you need to do is turn on restrictions when you feel comfortable with what you have set. At this point, you can set some screen time settings. You can set downtime. So let's just say if their bedtime is early, like 6 p.m., we can set it from 6 p.m. to whenever they wake up, which it automatically sets it at 7 a.m., but you can change that. You can also set app and website limits. So let's just say all apps and categories, and you can set the time amount. So let's set that to, they have 5 hours total of app and screen time, set limits. Here's where you can set a passcode so your child can't undo all the restrictions and settings you put on them. For the purposes of this video, we're just going to do 1111. And just in case you forget the passcode to your child's phone for their restrictions, you can connect your Apple account for recovery mode. So here is where you would put in your Apple account if you want it. Once you have connected your Apple account to your child's phone, you can then manage it remotely and you can use it as a backup in case you need to recover that password you set on your child's phone. So now officially screen time is up and running. And from your side, you will be able to remotely see what your child is doing, what content they're accessing, and how long they're spending on each app through this screen time application that's already pre-built into the iPhone, which is pretty nice. Now, if we click into all of these, we can see the settings we set previously, and you are allowed to make changes in here as well. So if you don't want apps to track, you can put in your code and you can say, don't allow changes, and go back. And you can do this individually for all of these as well. So right now for these privacy, your child is allowed to make changes. If you don't want them to be allowed, then you can go in and change that to how you please. And you can do that with every single one of these sections. And another option you can do to check in on your child is use with other devices or family. This will absolutely make sure that you can check in on your child's usage remotely. So as you can see, use with other devices or family, you sign into your iCloud to report your screen time on any iPad or iPhone and set up family sharing to use screen time with your family's devices. So if you have tertiary devices that you want to track as well, this is where you do that. If you want me to look into other child safety apps, let me know in the comments below. How do you like Apple screen time for this purpose? I am definitely interested in hearing from you. Thanks for watching. I'm Sherry with Whistle Out TV.